Here's Linda sharing God's heart.
Hello everyone. Psalm 27 verses 7 and 8 read, "Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also on me and answer me. When you said, 'Seek my face,' my heart said to you, 'Your face, Lord, I will seek.'" The words here, "have mercy" and "answer" in verse 7 are written in the imperative form, and in this psalm, David is earnestly imploring the Lord to hear him, have mercy on him, and to answer him. In verse 8, David verbalizes his deep longing to seek the Lord's face or his presence. When God instructed him to seek his presence, David jumped into action, and he promptly responded to that command because it was already in his heart to do so. And that is why he could resolutely say, "Your face, Lord, I will seek." In the New Testament, Matthew, Mark, and Luke record a story about Jesus passing through Jericho, known as a place of fragrance. It is said that a highly praised and honorable man, Timaeus, had a son who was not born blind but was reduced to poverty because of blindness. They named him Bartimaeus because he was Timaeus' son, the prefix bar meaning son. All three Gospels record this story very much the same, except that Matthew states that there were two men and doesn't specify Bartimaeus being one of the two. But what the three writers do agree on is that there was definitely one blind man who heard the great crowd that followed Jesus through his hometown. Jesus' reputation had preceded him, and the blind man was convinced that Jesus would help him. He cried out, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." In his appeal to Jesus to have mercy on him, he called him the Son of David. Similarly, King David appealed to Jesus' Father to hear him and have mercy on him. Interesting. Beggars were not well thought of, and the crowd tried to quiet him down, implying that Jesus had far more important things to do than to give a lowly and despised blind beggar any attention. Something rose up in blind Bart to call out all the more to get Jesus' attention. It is so typical of Jesus not to conform to how they think he should treat someone asking for mercy, because Jesus stopped and called for blind Bart to be brought to him. Despite the seemingly obvious reason for his desperate cry for help, Jesus dignified him with the opportunity to verbalize his need by asking him what he would like Jesus to do for him. Jesus gave him that extra attention, that extra love, that extra care that he was not getting from anyone else in the crowd. Jesus answered blind Bart's cry for mercy by asking him a question. Has the Lord also responded to you as he did with Bartimaeus by answering your plea for help with a question? This could bring you a step closer to the answer of your plea for deliverance. Jesus was very aware of what he wanted, and that was to receive his sight. And when those in the crowd realized that Jesus had actually stopped and called him to come to Jesus, they told him to be encouraged and comforted because Jesus had called him. In other words, arise or stand up and be counted. He threw aside the garment that afforded him beggar status. Bartimaeus arose up out of obscurity to be counted and came to Jesus. In Psalm 27, David prays, "Hear me when I cry with my voice. Have mercy on me and answer me." Jesus answered Bartimaeus' life's cry for mercy. This assured him that even though he knew exactly what blind Bart wanted at that moment, but that he, Jesus, was also aware of the much bigger picture of his life. Bartimaeus wanted to recover his sight so that he could see, and also that he could look up, knowing that shame and poverty would become things of the past. He wanted to see Jesus' face and be in his presence. And once Bartimaeus verbalized his heart's desire, Jesus said to him, "Go your way, your faith has made you well." Despite being warned to stay quiet, Jesus recognized the huge step of faith he took by not keeping quiet. And immediately he received his sight. It could not have happened quicker. He followed Jesus on the road. This is such a beautiful story, and God's heart for us is that He wants to hear our voices express what is in our hearts to the best of our ability. He's saying to you and me, "I yearn to know what it is you want. I long to hear you verbalize these things. I'm always here. I desire to pour my mercy on you, to give you my favor, my approval, and my love. So come to me and make your needs known to me. I'm always there and ready to listen. I love you, my child. Come to me and do not be afraid or hesitate to come."